Hello, fans and friends, and welcome back to the Fantasy Factory, and we are here for another edition of the waiver wire pickups, the sleepers. And I gave you some hits last week. We had Devin Duvernay had 2 touchdowns. Gerald Everett had a touchdown. We were able to get you some good picks last week. If you were paying attention this week, hopefully we'll get you some more. So we're going to start out really obviously. So without belaboring the point any further, Jeff Wilson is going to be probably tops of most people's boards. Elijah Mitchell is going to be out at least for a little bit of time. He was placed on IR. And Jeff Wilson is somebody that you're probably going to see a significant amount of output for. We saw what Trey Lance was capable of last week, which wasn't a whole heck of a lot. And so I expect Jeff Wilson to be involved substantially more. He is somebody who is going to be top of your waiver wire selections. Next up is going to be Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel has been kind of a tool, a trinket player for the Washington offense, at least in their first week, to where you'll see right there, there is a fumble inexplicably. You don't see that a lot from receivers, but Curtis Samuel is actually getting a lot of involvement in the offense, a lot of motion, what have you. And against Detroit, sorry for the local folks, that's definitely something to look for. Curtis Samuel is definitely top of the waiver wire for selections. You can see roster-wise, 62% isn't a whole heck of a lot, so I would definitely target Curtis Samuel. DeAndre Carter is going to be somebody else. Now, as you can see up here, roster spots, and this is definitely going to be for more deep leagues. If you have a 10-team and you only have 2 wide receiver spots, you probably have better options on the board, but for those who have 12-team leagues, Dynasty, for 3 wide receiver spots, I actually am in the worst possible position because I got a 12-team league and 3 wide receiver spots and 2 flex spots. So receiver is definitely a coveted base position, and DeAndre Carter had some involvement. As you can see, he scored a touchdown in his debut there, Sacramento State. And with Keenan Allen out on a short week, I expect DeAndre Carter to be more involved. Joshua Palmer only had 5 yards receiving. And so DeAndre Carter is definitely somebody who may wind up having a bit better favor with Justin Herbert, especially on the short week, considering they already have the established relationship. And lastly, and this is one that I would not break the bank, but I'd get real damn close, is Isaiah Pacheco. Now, for credit where credit is due in the DSN League, he actually is already on a roster spot, got drafted as such for our own A.J. Riley. His brother had seen that a mile away, lives in KC. So he had a bit of an insider's tip there. But Isaiah Pacheco, you saw in the first week, 12 carries rushing. That's phenomenal for him. We already knew that Clyde Edwards-Helaire was a bit suspect. We had questions about his involvement in the Kansas City offense. Isaiah Pacheco seems like a really solid running option. Fantasy points-wise, 12 points for a debut is phenomenal. He's a big, bruising kind of back here. 216 at 5'10", that's a big fella. And so I would put Isaiah Pacheco on my team. He's going to be a flyer. You're really going to like having him. And so that kind of summarizes all of our waiver wire pickups. Again, if I were to put them in order, Wilson number 1, Pacheco number 2, Samuel number 3, and again, for deeper cut leagues, DeAndre Carter. And that is our sleepers for the week on the DSN Fantasy Factory.